Donald Trump had a meeting with various media CEOs and hosts, and apparently this is something presidents do. I didn't know that this is something presidents do, and in fact, I don't think any of them should do it. Having the president meet with media figures behind closed doors is kind of horrendous and kind of what you would expect in like an authoritarian nation. But anyway, I digress from that. But here's how that went down. According to the Washington Post, quote, "It was like a fucking firing squad," one source said of the encounter. Trump started with CNN chief Jeff Zucker and said, quote, "I hate your network. Everyone at CNN is a liar, and you should be ashamed," the source said. Another source said, "The meeting was a total disaster. The TV execs and anchors went in there thinking that they would be discussing the access that they would get to the Trump administration, but instead they got a Trump-style dressing down." Oh, man. So they explained that 30 to 40 people were there, including Wolf Blitzer, hilarious, thinking of Robot Boy sitting there getting lambasted, Wolf Blitzer, Lester Holt, Chuck Todd, George Stephanopoulos, David Muir, Martha Raddatz, Nora O'Donnell, John Dickerson, Charlie Rose, MSNBC's Phil Griffin, CNN's Jeff Zucker, and Aaron Burnett. So it was a bunch of media CEOs and the top hosts and all these people. And they come in the room and Trump's like, "You're all a mess, sad, disaster, pathetic, you're all liars, tremendous. I just have to tell you. Let me just tell you." So now on the one hand, you read this and you go, oh, well, I would love to be the one to do that. Like, as I was going through this, I was like, Jesus, I wish I could get alone in a room with them and just lambast them. Because they deserve it, and they're pricks, and they've done a horrible job in every sense of the word. So that's part of me. The other part of me goes, oh no. You can't have the president berate the media as if he has control over them in this way. Because that's kind of like the opposite of the First Amendment. That's kind of the opposite of having a free and open press in a transparent society and democracy. So this is the thing about Trump that should scare everybody, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, is that he very clearly has an authoritarian instinct. Like, it's one thing if somebody like me berates the media as somebody who is not president of the United States and not an elected official, a high-ranking elected official, never mind the highest ranking. It's another thing when the president does it. I mean, that's... The press is supposed to be independent, and the press is supposed to be the watchdog of people in power. When Trump's berating them, the whole point is to try to make them subservient and try to make them, his bitch, his lapdog. And what's my prediction? They will do that. I absolutely think they will do that. And I argued this. It was an unpopular position to take, but I was taking it all along. I said that the Republicans, even all the I'm so principled anti-Trump Republicans, who were never really principled, they're all going to genuflect at the altar of power. Because soon as Trump got elected, the writing was on the wall. Hey, he's the one who calls all the shots now. So, Daddy Trump, your wish is my command. This is how these people think, man. They're authoritarian. Okay, how do I get ahead? How do I get mine? Well, I gotta kneel for the great one, our dear leader, Donald Trump. And I said it's not just going to be the Republicans who are going to genuflect. Also the Democrats. All this huffing and puffing. Oh, Trump, he's so bad, blah, blah, blah. Just wait. Wait until he applies a little bit of pressure on his fucking Twitter account when there's a policy debate or a bill coming up for people to be voting on. When Trump starts going on 3 a.m. tweet storms against specific Democratic candidates, Democratic senators or people in Congress, and they start getting their offices flooded with calls of angry Trump supporters, you don't think they're going to buckle? Oh, they'll buckle so quickly. Buckle so quickly it'll make your head spin. It'll be the saddest thing you've ever seen because this guy uses the bully pulpit. Now, again, that's playing politics. If he does that with other, senators, hey, fine. That's the name of the game. I've said before, I would use aggressive tactics to get my way if I was president. I would get people to vote for my legislation. He's probably going to be effective at that. The problem is him doing this with the media. Because no, bitch, you don't have any control over the media. The whole design of the system is that you shouldn't have control over the media for obvious reasons. So this is a terrible, terrible, terrible precedent to set. And I really hope, and I doubt it, and there's nothing indicating this, but I really hope that some people in the room were like, excuse me, fuckface. Well, they're not going to call the president-elect fuckface. I would if I was there, but that's neither here nor there. Then I'd be in a political prison. But I wish somebody in the room would say, no, this is not happening. This dynamic does not exist. You know what? When you yell at me, great. Yell at me even more, because I'm going to go home. I'm going to give a raise to every single fucking reporter that pisses you off. So how about we flip it back on you? Now, what we're telling you is we're going to incentivize our people to get this reaction from you. I want them to be tougher on you, not lighter on you. So that's how you're supposed to flip it back on him, because this is what a free press is supposed to be about in a free country. But he's going to have everybody under his thumb, man. I'm telling you right now, this goofball buffoon who was a joke the entire time, everybody viewed him, yeah, President Trump, I'm sure. Well, it happened. And watch how quickly everything changes. You don't think that these people were affected by this speech from Trump? I guarantee you they were. And I guarantee you, even if it's not on a conscious level, subconsciously they're going to go out there and they're going to walk just a little bit more on eggshells when they talk about President Trump.